marching to new heights of development under the dynamic and young leadership of Dr. Pramod Sawant. A visionary leader, a meticulous administrator, tirelessly working on the dream to take Goa ahead. Goa Ahead is brought to you by the Department of Information and Publicity, Government of Goa.
Hello and welcome to this first episode of Goa Ahead. This is a humble attempt to take issues from smaller states of India onto a national platform. And today we are going to discuss about one crucial issue that cripples Goa, an interstate river dispute between Goa and Karnataka.
The interstate rivalry over sharing of the water of Mhadei between Goa, Karnataka and Maharashtra is more than 30 years old when Centre first made attempts for negotiations.
हो प्रश्नाचा तो कालचो पुढचो न्ही 44 वर्सां जाली म्हादैचो प्रश्न आमच्या मुखार आसा कर्नाटकान सुरू केला आमी सुरू करता
The issue reached a flashpoint in 2002 when the Karnataka government decided to implement the interconnecting canal from Kalsa stream to Malprabha river for diversion of waters of Mhadei basin to the Malprabha basin. Since then, Karnataka is fighting to divert 56 TMC of water from the Mhadei to the Malprabha basin in a bid to supply over 7.6 TMC of drinking water to the drought-prone Hubli-Dharwad area.
हे जे हांगासर पुरावे दिसून येता हाचेर अशें प्रतीत जाता की कर्नाटक सरकार जोरान हांगासर काम करून हें उदक डायवर्ट करूंक सोदता. आमची विनवणी आसा कर्नाटक सरकाराक की कोर्टाचो आदेश ये पर्यंत अशा तरेचें काम करचें न्हू.
But the long pending battle was unwarranted on the sole that the neighboring state itself has enough water flowing through its 22 rivers and 2 major tributaries, which they have failed to tap to meet their requirements. Both Karnataka and Maharashtra proposed to construct 20 dams.
त्या 7.56 TMC फीट उदक भरपा खातीर तेंच्यांनी कळसा भांडोर आनी हलतरा हे 3 प्रकल्प हातान घेतलेले आसा. तेच्या उपरांत तेंच्यांनी जायते प्रकल्प जे आसा जवळ जवळ 1 डझनभर प्रकल्प कर्नाटकान आनी 8 प्रकल्प महाराष्ट्रान ह्या वेगवेगळ्या फाट्यांचेर उपन्हयांचेर घेतलेले आसा.
The Mhadei Water Dispute Tribunal was constituted in 2010 to resolve the issue. Goa government, through various submissions before the tribunal, has exposed Karnataka's game, wherein, under the guise of taking drinking water from river Mhadei, the actual plan is to utilize the river water for sugarcane cultivation. It was in 2012 when Goa brought to the notice of Mhadei Water Dispute Tribunal that diversion of water from Mhadei basin will result in a complete disaster for aquatic life, marine life and terrestrial ecology, and deprive the people of Goa of water for drinking, irrigation and industrial purpose.
एकंदर हे प्रकल्प जर यशस्वी झाले जाल्यार निश्चितपणान गोंयचे आनी गोंयकारपणाचे जगणें जें आसा तें खूब प्रतिकूल जातलें, कित्याक पिवपाच्या उदकाचो संघर्श आसा हो खूब तीव्र जातलो.
म्हणजे आमचो गांजे वॉटर प्लांट जो आसा पळय न्ही वीच पर्टिक्युलरली सफर बाय दीस सिच्युएशन्स. गांजे वॉटर प्लांट आनी परत आसा इन लॉंग रन आमचो ओपा वॉटर प्लांट हो सफर जावपाक शकता, कारण हेचो फ्लो जो आसा मेन हो हांगासल्यान आसता. गोंयच्या दृश्टीन ही धोक्याची घंटा आसा.
In August 2018, Tribunal passed its award and allotted 13.42 thousand million cubic feet from the Mhadei River Basin, including 3.9 TMC for diversion into the depleted Malaprabha River Basin to Karnataka, while Maharashtra has been allotted 1.33 TMC. In January 2020, Supreme Court admitted Goa government's special leave petition challenging the award. The matter is still pending. Karnataka and Maharashtra also challenged the award. In February 2020, central government notified the Mhadei Water Dispute Tribunal award of August 2018 based on Supreme Court's directions. Prudent's recent investigation exposed how Karnataka has diverted Mhadei water. Photographs from the site show that Karnataka has completed the digging of trenches, and now water that would otherwise flow through the Mhadei now flows eastwards into the Malaprabha River in Karnataka rather than westwards into Goa from the point of diversion. Goa government has now filed a contempt plea alleging that Karnataka has begun diverting water from the river in violation of the orders of the tribunal.
वादे के बारे में जो हमने स्टैंड लिया है वी आर वेरी मच क्लियर जो मैंने मेरे प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में कहा हमने कंटेम्प्ट पिटीशन फाइल किया है वी आर strong on that and we will follow that matter in the Supreme Court. We'll follow that matter with our WRD minister for the salinity and we are on the right track.
The Goa government has approached the Supreme Court for a third time with a contempt plea. However, Karnataka has gone ahead with the diversion. In fact, more than 90% of the work has already been completed. Be it Krishna, Kaveri or Mhadei, Karnataka's track record is untrustworthy. Goa only has one river for its survival. If that is lost, this emerald on the west coast will suffer for its survival.
Hello and welcome to this first debate of Goa Ahead. And as you have just seen, the issue of Mhadei is a life and death issue for Goa. From potable water to biodiversity to trade to irrigation. Goa entirely depends upon this river which Karnataka has already diverted. What are the different aspects and how experts and political parties in Goa look at this issue? Today I was supposed to have 5 panelists with me, but I have 4. Bharatiya Janata Party has preferred to stay out of this debate, possibly because they also have a government in Karnataka. But 4 other panelists that I have today, let me introduce them very quickly. The first and foremost, former Union Law Minister of the country, senior leader of the Congress, Ramakant Khalap. Sir, welcome to the show. Next, I have Vice President of the Goa Forward Party, Durgadas Kamath. Durgadas, welcome. Next, I have Chief Spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party in Goa, Turel Tilve. Turel, welcome to the show. And last but not the least, the man, an activist who is fighting for this cause for more than 2 decades, Rajendra Kerkar. Kalabab, let me start with you. What do you expect a small state like Goa to do against a mighty state like Karnataka?
Look, we already have an award passed by the Water Dispute Tribunal, and this award apportions water of Mhadei between these 3 states, Karnataka, Maharashtra and Goa. Well, Mhadei passes through these 3 states and therefore they are entitled to use whatever portion that is legally permissible to be used. But the question in this award, issue that is arisen in this award is the permission granted to Karnataka to divert, this is very important, to divert certain quantity of water of Mhadei into the Malaprabha basin so that that water could be taken over so-called drinking water purposes of the areas like Hubli, Dharwad, Gadag, Belgaum and so on. Whether they will use it for drinking water purposes or whether they will further divert it into industrial purposes or for agricultural purposes is a question which we'll have to see in future. Now the main question that comes before me is this. Having once permitted Karnataka to divert the water of Mhadei, will it prevent them in future from taking similar measures and divert waters of many more tributaries as well as the nalas which bring water to Goa from the Western Ghats? So this is in principle the issue which needs to be tackled on a wider scale. One is by diversion. They already achieved that their objective of diversion. Water has been one of the tributaries ran dry totally. The Goan press people have already shown it to the world. And in future, therefore, so many things are going to happen.
Durgadas, tell me one thing. What do you expect Goa government to do?
See, Pramod, let us agree that our Mhadei is already diverted by Karnataka. Our president had shown a video a couple of months back, and also I think your Prudent team had also visited the site, and it was clear cut in the video that the water has been already diverted. Now, Kalabhai said that all political parties need to unite on this issue. Absolutely, we don't have any issues on that. But if you see the recent appointments of Goa desk in charge of both the states, both are from Karnataka, either it's BJP or else Congress. Both are from Karnataka, and they have been making contradictory statements while visiting Goa and while they're in their own states. This clearly shows the political bankruptcy the national parties have towards Goa.
Surel, tell me one thing. Karnataka has already diverted the water. What do you expect Goa government to do now?
See, Goa government, I think, cannot do anything to save Mhadei because CM himself is from same constituency from where Mhadei is flowing. Vishwajit Rane is there, but he is not speaking a word on Mhadei. So my take will be that Goa government will have not done anything and will not do anything to save Mhadei. It is Goans, those who have to come forward for saving Mhadei.
Rajan Bab is an activist fighting for this issue for more than 2 decades. What is your expectation from the government of Goa?
Presently, the issue of Mhadei will going to come for hearing on the 7th of the December 2020, and both the petition, the contempt petition as well as special leave petition filed by Goa government, Karnataka and Maharashtra will come for the hearing. So it is high time for all of us to unite and consolidate the position of the government in this matter and build up the pressure so that Goa government plead before the Supreme Court our argument. So merely saying the Mhadei is the lifeline, we all depend upon this river, will not going to solve the problem. One should realize that the 1,560 square kilometer of area is drained by this river. This is the only river Goa has that is providing potable water, drinking water for 43% of the population of the Goa. So it is not a question of the Chief Minister Pramod Sawant or anybody, but it is the question of whole Goa, because 6 talukas, one from the South Goa, directly, indirectly depend upon this river. And we should not forget that unless and until the freshwater flow is continued into the Arabian Sea or wherever saltwater intrusion is making entry, our salinity will be affected.
Rajan, but when our team visited Karnataka, Kalsa Banduri, the project site, we saw that 90% of the work is complete. Water has already been diverted. What is in the hands of Goa right now? What can we do beyond that contempt petition? What do you expect the polity of Goa, all the politicians, political parties coming together, what do you expect them to do?
Actually, the issue of the water diversion of the Kalsa tributary was already brought to the notice of the Supreme Court, to the notice of the tribunal in 2015 when the concrete evidences were brought to the notice of the Goa government before the committee headed by the governor. So Goa government sent a team and they found that the water of the Kalsa tributary was flowing in the direction of the Malaprabha. So that is why now the Goa government has to create the case in such a way that the water is diverted when their senior counsel, Pali Nariman, in the case of the Mhadei Bachao Abhiyan, he assured to the Supreme Court that no water will be diverted and no water will be utilized. So this case and other concrete evidences, there is need to put before the Supreme Court. So the case is due for hearing on the 7th of the December.
Kalab, a very simple question. What people of Goa expect from politicians of Goa to at least be united on this issue? Will you guys come together or keep on fighting amongst each other? We don't see such kind of a situation in Karnataka. They are united. Why aren't you guys?
Goans have been fighting among themselves on various issues. On the issue of Mhadei itself, we have seen that whenever parties come to power, when it is Congress, after Congress it is BJP, somehow or the other, experience is that the party which finds another government in Karnataka of their same party, then it appears that the stand taken by the local government is somehow not as strong as it should have been. We have seen how our former chief minister, late Mr. Manohar Parrikar, virtually gave a letter to Yediyurappa before the last elections, giving them an NOC. The exact wordings of his letters are not available with us. But however, that itself shows that we are prepared to go with Karnataka. The whole issue of Mhadei, I look at it in different angles. One is that somehow or the other, we must prevent diversion of water from Mhadei Basin to Malprabha or anywhere else. And this principle should be adopted everywhere. It affects the entire Konkan region. It will affect Goa in future because there are many more nalas coming down the Western Ghats into Goa. These waters of these nalas could be similarly diverted if Karnataka has its way, the way it has it now. So in the Supreme Court, this matter, as our good friend and expert, Mr. Rajan Kerkar, has been saying, that we must see to it that we put up a very, very strong fight in the Supreme Court.
Fair enough, Ramakant Bab. Let me go to Durgadas now. Ramakant Bab raised a very important issue of which government is there in Karnataka and which government is there in Goa decides most of the connotations of the conversation around this issue. But Durgadas, you were in Manohar Parrikar government. And when you were in that government, you were a part of his cabinet. Manohar Parrikar gave that controversial letter. And today you are out of that government. Today you are not there in Pramod Sawant-led government and you are making hue and cry about this. Don't you think these are double standards?
Pramod, let me remind your viewers and you also, when Manohar Parrikar had given the letter to Mr. Yediyurappa, who showed the letter at the rally in the northeastern part of Karnataka, it was our president Vijay Sardesai, our minister Vinod Palekar, who was the WRD minister in then government. Just check your record. Objected to that, saying that these letters don't make any sense unless the matter comes up legally. We had objected then and we are objecting now also. Let me come to the point that Bhai said that we should not politicize this issue. Show me one thing when the national parties have spoken in the interest of Goa. When you have a same party government in Karnataka, then their mouth is shut today. Today you see, the BJP has not even turned up for the debate. Why couldn't they come and defend themselves here? Why couldn't they stand for Goa? They have ran away from the debate today. Why couldn't they speak? Why couldn't the Goa leaders of BJP come and speak and defend the state of Goa today in this debate?
Surel, do you feel politicians in Goa, political parties in Goa have completely failed to come together on an important life and death survival issue like this?
Definitely. I would say that all political parties have failed till date. BJP, Congress and Goa Forward also. Because see, now Durgadas Kamath is commenting on this being the vice president of Goa Forward Party. But he was there in the government. They should have resigned. If they were really concerned about Mhadei, they should have resigned and came forward. Now they have set up a when Vinod Palekar was WRD minister in 2018, they formed a committee.
We stood for Goa.
Yes. I know. I will comment on that. In 2018, they formed a committee where weekly reports were being sought by the engineer and which were submitted to minister of what construction activities are going at Kalsa Bandura. What action did Goa Forward take on those reports? They have to come clear on it. Now, before last election, there was a similar debate conducted by Prudent media, and Vijay Sardesai was openly criticizing BJP. And after elections, they joined BJP. So they are under the command of High Commission of BJP. And now when they are out of government, they are speaking for Goa and issues of Goans.
Rajan Bab, tell me frankly, what do you feel about politicians of Goa? You are fighting for this issue. You have gone to the court. You have gone to the Supreme Court. You have gone as a witness to Delhi and explained in detail how this project will finish Goa. When you look at the politicians of Goa and the polity, what do you feel?
Political parties in Goa are not well informed about the issue. And what I have seen that without visiting the actual site like Kalsa, Bhandura and Haltara, they are making statement. And I requested all the political party that whenever you need, you come with me, I will show you how the diversion will cause impact on the Goa. So I don't get the cooperation from these all the political party. So it is very essential that unless and until you visit the area, visiting Kankumbi will not going to solve the problem. They should visit the area that will be affected badly. For example, environment, ecology, wildlife, all this will be affected, and also the human being will be affected. So unless and until they are educated in this matter, as far as the environment is concerned, there is illiteracy among all the political parties in Goa, and whatever manifestos so far published by them or whatever assurances they are giving as far as the water is concerned, electricity is concerned, it indicates that they don't want to solve the real problem. Unless and until you educate people as far as the water is concerned, use of the water, and when the diversion is already taking place, how it will going to affect our state, small state. That is the need of the hour, and they should understand the real issue. Without understanding the real issues, statements are made, and that is actually the mockery. If you look in the Karnataka side, I have seen their MPs, their minister, all these guys are visiting the areas, and they are looking at the fresh water, and they feel that this fresh water is going based in the Arabian Sea, and they want it to be diverted to their region. Actually, this is wrong. Arabian Sea, if the diversion of this fresh water is stopped, that will going to increase the salinity, that will going to create lot of bad impact on the environment, ecology and wildlife of Goa.
Durgadas, final comments, you wanted to rebuttal and your final comments together.
Karnataka government has been time and making budgetary provisions. Couple of months back, they have made another 1,000 crore budgetary provisions to complete the project. And there is not a word from the Goa government on this issue. Finally, coming to the charge which Surel has made, saying that we were part of the government. There were certain political compulsions in 2017, and that has nothing to do with the river Mhadei. When we were part of the government, we have strongly stood for our mother Mhadei. We have taken up the issue being in the government. Let me finish. We are not a B team of BJP here, like Arvind Kejriwal, who wants to protect his government in Delhi and want to help BJP across India to form BJP government in the rest of the country.
So before I go to Surel, Ramakant Bab, your final comments, what do you want state to do?
Well, I want the Goa government to put up a strong legal team in the Supreme Court as a first step towards protection of our rights. We have to fight tooth and nail in the Supreme Court and prove to the Supreme Court, to the judges there, that we have a strong case. Ecologically, we have a strong case. If we can tell them that this river flowing into Arabian Sea, as Rajan Bab has said, if it stops, it has already been done, salinity will increase. It will affect ecology. It will cause wildlife. It will affect the entire balance, nature's balance that we are finding today. And then in years to come, we might lose our other rivers as well.
Yeah.
So therefore, the only answer is this. And what BJP can do today is, they have a Congress government, they have their own government in Delhi. They can create a stalemate for them. They can create a crisis before their own government. Behave in such a way, if necessary, tell them that you are the local unit of BJP will disconnect themselves from the central BJP unit. If they have the guts to do that? If they should have been here for this debate, I could have put this question to them. So that, the national party, BJP, realizes the danger of being faced by a small state like Goa. I would suggest these measures.
Yeah, Pramod, a few seconds.
Durgadas, I'm completely out of time. I need to give Surel final chance to make his point. Surel, what are your final comments?
Yes. First of all, we saw who is the B team of BJP during last assembly election when the mandate was not given to BJP. Goa is under BJP rule, Karnataka is under BJP rule, and Central is under BJP rule. So there are more MPs in Karnataka than Goa. So Center will not take any decision which will affect their political stake in Karnataka. The only thing that has to be done is by Goans, because Goans have to decide for themselves. They need to throw any government in Goa, which government, there should be, the Goa government should not be the same government, which government is there in Karnataka and in Central. Yeah. So that's the only thing. If we want to save Mhadei, we have to form a separate government in Goa, which will stand for Goans.
Thanks a lot. I end this debate here. But I think the most important point is the least people of Goa expect from its politicians is that be united. Be united when it comes to an issue like this. Stay together, fight together, because we are a small state fighting against a mighty state like Karnataka that has a very notorious reputation when it comes to interstate river dispute. Thanks a lot everybody for participating in this debate. Keep watching Goa Ahead.
Marching to new heights of development under the dynamic and young leadership of Dr. Pramod Sawant. A visionary leader, a meticulous administrator, tirelessly working on the dream to take Goa ahead. Goa Ahead is brought to you by the Department of Information and Publicity, Government of Goa.